All right, we're going to do intro 7 print now. It's another holes block. This time it's going to be multiple holes with different locations. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to start a new program. So I'll click on Program Manager, New, Conversational. Next, I want to set up some stock geometry for this. So I'm going to go to Part Setup, More, Stock Geometry. It is a box. Yes, I want to manually size it. I'm going to put in the information here. It's 8.25. Y is 4 inches, and it is a 1/4 inch thick. Back left corner is 0. It doesn't say that, but that's where all the dimensions are coming from. Just like on a normal print, that's how I can tell where I want to 0 from. So I'll go to my Y reference point. I'm going to move the stock. Remember, I cannot move 0, so I'm going to move the stock -4 inches. Now I want to set up some tools. Tool 1 is already set up as an 1/8 inch center drill from our last print, so I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to add one tool here as my 3/8 drill. Let's make that a tool 4. It's going to be a drill, 0.375. Now normally I would go to Input, Part Programming to create my next block or the block in the program, but I want to show you a different way to do that. I'm going to go in through the review screen. This blue highlight now is on end of program because there are no blocks, but typically if there are blocks in the program, I could click on the block that I wanted to insert a block before. So if I had 3 blocks here and I wanted to insert one between 2 and 3, I could click on 3, hit the insert block before, and put a new block in there. In this case, I don't have any other blocks, so I'm just going to hit our highlight end of program, insert block before, and it creates a new block 1. Just another way to put a block in the program. So this is going to be a holes block. We're going to do a drilling operation with a center drill. Let's go to 0.1. Let's go down 1/8 of an inch. Using tool 1. Next hole operation, I'm going to do drilling with a drill. Let's go 0.26 to break through using tool 4. And our last hole operation will be the locations where these holes are going to take place. Now the only one that we're given actual X and Y location of is the upper left hole. So we're going to go 1 inch minus 750. Now we have typical distances both in X and Y between these holes, between the groups of holes. So we can use that to our advantage so I don't have to do the math on every location. So you'll notice when I hit enter, it automatically put in the 1 inch distance where my first hole was. Now, it does that because I can do something called polar programming. I can do the distance between the holes, then the direction, whether that's from the 1 inch positive or negative, and hit enter. So the way that works is I leave the 1 inch highlighted, I don't touch it, I put the 1.25, I hit plus, and then enter, and it automatically does the math for me. The -750, I could do that as well. The next hole here is the same location, so I will just enter past it. I'll do the 1.25, the typical distance between them, plus enter, and I'll just continue to do this until I get to the 6th hole. All right, so there's our first 6 holes. Now, the X location of the far right hole in that bottom group is the same. So I'm not going to do anything there. But I am going to now do the 2.5 inches, 2.5 in the negative direction for my Y locations now. So I'll do a 2 0.5, negative, enter. Now I'm going to start going back the other way with my x's. So 1.25, negative, enter. Y now stays the same. 1.25, negative. And I just continue this until I get back to the 12th hole. There we go. So now if we hit the draw, we've got 12 holes that were center drilled and then gone in and drilled. So I certainly could have done the math and put the XY location for every hole if I wanted to. This is just another way to be able to use the control, some of the power of the control to your advantage to do that for you. So that's how we do multiple holes using polar location.